So I literally just walked in the door from finishing up my chest tattoo. So I figured in this video, I'm gonna share with you how to perfectly heal a fresh new chest tattoo. I'm literally gonna be taking you through the whole process, all the way up till it's fully healed. I changed up how I heal my tattoos a bit from my other tattoo healing videos, so you're definitely gonna wanna stick around because I'm gonna share with you some of those secrets. And real quick, as you're watching this, if you have any questions regarding tattoo aftercare or about tattoo healing that I don't cover in this video, be sure to leave a comment below and I'll answer it there. So the very first thing that I do as soon as I get home from the tattoo shop is I remove the bandage or clear wrap off of my new tattoo just to allow it to breathe. And I believe that this is one of the most important steps to make your tattoo heal up perfectly. And I know a lot of artists advise their clients to keep the wrap over that new tattoo, but I personally don't. I usually unwrap it, let it air out for about an hour, and I don't do anything to it. I don't wash it, I don't apply any product, I just let it be. And the reason why I'm letting it air out for about an hour is because our skin goes through a lot throughout that whole tattoo session to get that tattoo applied. And once you get home, it's gonna be all irritated and red, and your skin's just not gonna be happy. So the best thing that you could do for it to properly start the healing process is to just let it air out and just let it relax for a little bit without applying anything or having anything cover it. Now, a pro tip that I would give you is throughout the whole tattoo healing process of my chest and even on the other side, I typically don't have any clothing on over top of it to rub up against it. One of the things that I've learned throughout healing tattoos for so long is the less disturbance to your skin, the better. So my chest tattoo's been airing out for about an hour, and now it is time to wash and apply some product. First product we're going to be using is the Soft Soaps Antibacterial. I've been using this soap for literally all my tattoos since I first started getting tattoos, and it works awesome. I never had any type of infections, and it's just so gentle on the skin. For the healing product, Aquaphor, to this day, throughout all my tattoos that I used it on, has not gave me any problems, so I'm gonna continue using this one. And one of the most important products that I use is a brand new roll of paper towels. Throughout the whole healing process of any of my tattoos, I will have my own personal roll of paper towels that I carry around everywhere. So when washing your chest tattoo, I do it 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, or when I get home from work, and 1 at night. All right, so don't judge me on the way I'm wearing my shirt. It's a YouTube video. I'm trying to be as family friendly as possible without full-blown taking this off. All right, so when it comes to washing it, first thing you wanna do is put the water to lukewarm. You don't wanna have it too cold and you don't wanna have it too hot because either one of those can really irritate the tattoo. So you wanna do lukewarm to wash it throughout the whole process. Now, before I even go and touch my new tattoo, I'm always gonna start off with clean hands. So I'm gonna grab the Soft Soaps Antibacterial and make sure I wash my hands thoroughly. Next thing you want to do is to just wet the tattoo slightly. You don't want to submerge it and cover it with water, but what I like to do is just use the waterfall technique. Pretty much what I do is just cup a little bit of water in my hand and just let it flow over the new tattoo, just to get it wet. Now once your tattoo's all nice and wet, with your clean hand, get your soap and apply just a little pump right in your hand. Not too much, not too little, just enough. And then what I like to do is get it all sudsy. Hands are nice and soapy, so now what I'm gonna do is just gently go over my whole tattoo with the soap. Now, pro tip, when you're applying the soap to your tattoo, do it in a soft circular motion. This will make sure it removes any unwanted things over top of that new tattoo. The next thing you want to do is wash it off. Now, again, you don't want to totally submerge it. What I like to do is the same waterfall technique that we did just a few minutes ago to remove all of that soap. All right, so the soap's all off. We're done with the water. The next thing you want to do is dry it. Now, get clean, brand new paper towels. Don't use a towel. Don't do anything like that because those towels can have bacteria in them if you go and try to dry it off. So I always use brand new paper towels. Now, when drying off your new tattoo, you don't want to be rubbing it or anything like that. All you need to do is just place it right on your chest and allow the paper towel to do all the work. Let it soak off. And then what I like to do is to just peel it off, just like a stencil. And I forgot to mention that if you see any type of ink when you're washing the tattoo, scrubbing it, applying a paper towel to it, that is completely normal. When you get a tattoo, your body is trying to reject the ink and push it out, so there might be a little bit of excess ink that you might be seeing on paper towels and stuff like that. Now this next step is something new that I implemented recently into my tattoo healing process. I will wash it, everything's all done, the tattoo's all nice and clean, but now I'm gonna let it air out for another 20-30 minutes. And the reason why I do this is because now it's clean. It's clean, the skin could breathe, and it just gives your skin even more time to just settle down and relax for a little bit before applying the Aquaphor, which is just another thing that your skin has to deal with. So see you back in about 20-30 minutes.
20 minutes later.
And we're back, and now it is time to apply some Aquaphor to this bad boy. So when applying Aquaphor, the main thing that you need to know about is to not apply too much. Aquaphor is a very thick product, and a little bit goes a long way. So when you get a little bit on your hand, don't be trying to add more immediately. Rub that in, make it a thin layer across the whole tattoo, and if you need to add more, that's totally fine. Now what I'm gonna do is just get the Aquaphor and just put a little bit on my hand and then start going around the tattoo. And I like to do this little dot technique because this will spread out the Aquaphor throughout the whole tattoo without me applying too much to one area. All right, the little Aquaphor dots all over the tattoo. And now what I'll do is just use one finger and kind of just squeegee the Aquaphor throughout the whole tattoo, making sure that it's not only being distributed through the whole tattoo, but also that it's only a thin layer. So I'm gonna do that right now. And remember, if you need to add more, which I just had to, that's totally fine. All right, so now the Aquaphor is completely over it, and it's pretty thin, but I'll even take it a step further, get more paper towels, and then just get like 1 or 2 sheets. And by doing this, I'm gonna flatten it out, and then just like how we soaked up some of the water earlier, I'm gonna use this to take some more of the Aquaphor off. And now, again, finger, and just do that squeegee motion over the tattoo again. I know it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, and your skin's gonna feel a little bit tender, but that's what you gotta do. You just gotta do it. So that same exact process, I'm gonna repeat and do it 2 more times a day for a total of 3 washes and 3 times I'm applying the Aquaphor. Once my skin starts getting a little bit more tight, that's when I'm gonna start doing things a little bit differently, so I'll see you guys then. All right, so I'm on day 3 of my chest tattoo healing, and it's not peeling yet, but it is starting to feel very tight. The skin's starting to get really tight, which is an indication that I'm gonna be peeling soon. Now, because of this stage of my chest tattoo healing, I'm gonna not use Aquaphor anymore. And instead of using the Aquaphor, I'm gonna switch over to an unscented body lotion. Now, the reason for this is because Aquaphor, it's a great product for the first couple days of healing a tattoo, but once it starts getting to the peeling process and your skin starts to get tight, it's a little too thick, and I don't want to extract any of those flakes or really disturb the healing process any more than I already am. For the lotion, I always use the Lubriderm Unscented. It has never did me wrong, and it always makes my tattoos look awesome and moisturizes my skin to a healthy recovery. Now, I just woke up a few minutes ago. I have not washed or moisturized the tattoo yet, so let's head over to the bathroom and I'll show you how I do it. When you're at this part of your chest tattoo healing, you really want to be as gentle as possible when washing and moisturizing that tattoo. And I know a lot of people get freaked out during this part because your skin is peeling and whatever, and some of the skin flakes might fall off while you're washing or moisturizing the tattoo, but I want to tell you right now, it's completely normal. You just don't want to forcefully take off any of those skin flakes. If you're being gentle while washing and moisturizing the tattoo and a couple fall off, it's not going to affect the way your tattoo looks. But if you pick them, that's going to affect the way it looks. Let's get into how I wash the tattoo day 3 right before it starts peeling. And as always, start with clean hands. Now that your hands are clean, use the waterfall technique again. Get more of the antibacterial soap, make it all sudsy in your hand. And remember, because of this part of the tattoo healing process, you want to be gentle. So when you are washing it, just be mindful. Once it's all nice, brand new paper towels, do that same technique, but be very gentle. You don't want to rip out any of those skin flakes. All right, so my chest tattoo is now nice and clean. I have not moisturized it yet, and I want to touch on this a little bit because I recently switched some things up when it comes to moisturizing my tattoo with the lotion. What I used to do is moisturize my tattoo whenever it looks or feels dry or whenever it was itchy, but I completely changed that up. Now I will only moisturize my tattoo 3 times a day alongside with me washing it. And the reason why I switched this up is because of the sheer fact that I do not want to disturb the healing process any more than I already am with washing it and everything like that. 3 times a day is more than enough to moisturize your tattoo and also wash it to make sure it's clean. I tested this moisturizing method with the first session of when I was healing my serious portrait, and I got so many compliments of how dark and how rich it healed up. All right, when it comes to moisturizing the chest tattoo, clean hands and just like 1 squirt of Lubriderm. Just like the Aquaphor, you don't want to be caking a bunch of product on your new tattoo because that could end up just really pretty much ruining the tattoo. And when it comes to distributing it, what I'll do is kind of like dot it throughout the whole tattoo. And I'm using the camera right now to figure out where I need to put some of this at. Now, even though I'm not peeling yet, the fact that my skin is feeling dry, moisturizing it with this unscented Lubriderm is really just setting my skin up for success to heal up perfectly and the tattoo to heal up vibrant. All right, so when applying it, circular motions. You want to be very gentle with your new tattoo at this point because, like I said, you don't want to rip out any of those skin flakes. You extract any of the ink, it can throw off the whole tattoo. And now that my tattoo's all nice and moisturized, I should be good until the next time that I wash it. And then when I wash it again, I'm gonna moisturize it again. So I'm gonna be completing this process throughout the rest of the day, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm gonna wake up with a lot more skin flakes and it's gonna be peeling a lot worse. So I'll show you guys what to do then. So I just wanted to share something really important that I know a lot of people freak out with healing any tattoo, because at some point of the healing process, it starts to look dull, cloudy, and it looks like a lot of the detail and color is starting to go out of the tattoo. But I want to tell you right now that this is totally normal. From all of the trauma that happened during that tattoo session to your skin, those skin cells start to die off, and then that's what's actually causing your skin to peel. And when it's about to start peeling, it's going to look cloudy. It's going to look dull. It's going to look flaky, as you can see right here. Once that tattoo gets done peeling, it's going to look vibrant again, and it's going to look awesome as long as you're following along and doing everything that you're supposed to do when healing a tattoo up properly. So I'm going to give you an update of what the tattoo looks like tomorrow, because I have a feeling that it's going to look even worse when it starts peeling more. All right, so it's day 6 of the chest tattoo healing process, and I gotta say, out of all of my other tattoos, this tattoo on my chest, not only is it not really peeling that much, but it seems to be healing a lot slower than other tattoos that I've got in the past. One thing I will say is that this thing has been like extremely itchy, more itchier than any of my other tattoos that I ever had. So what do you do when a chest tattoo is itchy? Now, one of the things I've been doing to relieve the itch of my chest tattoo is the simple pat technique. Now remember, I only recommend moisturizing your tattoo 3 times a day, but when it gets super itchy, if you want to add just a little bit of moisturizer to the tattoo just to relieve the itch while patting on it, that's totally fine. Patting your tattoo will relieve the itch without extracting any of those skin flakes, which you do not want. But I'll report back tomorrow and show you how the tattoo is looking. It's probably going to be fully healed. All right, so I'm on day 7, just woke up, and the tattoo is fully healed. Now that the tattoo is done peeling and fully healed, I can start using things like a moisturizing sunscreen and switch over from Lubriderm to a tattoo moisturizer. All right, so here it is, fully healed, and I gotta say, this thing healed up phenomenally. All the blacks are still nice and dark. There's no patchiness. The colors are still nice and they pop. I couldn't ask for a better healed tattoo.